on this special episode of MythBusters.
Hi!
We're putting the U
Hey, what's up, MythBusters?
into YouTube as the whole team takes a shot at the viral videos you want tested.
I predict we're going to see some major carnage.
First, Adam and Jamie explore the explosive power of matches. Then they rev up to see if a spinning tire can really catch fire.
We've got gasoline pouring on the tire while it's spinning.
Finally, Carrie, Grant, and Tori go loony for Lego.
Last break.
Testing one of the biggest YouTube videos of the year. The Lego Boulder of Doom. Who are the MythBusters? Adam Savage
Don't lick the mixing spoon.
and Jamie Heineman.
When in doubt, C4.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
So the timing was perfect.
Joining them, Grant Imahara, Tori Belleci, and Carrie Byron.
He look like me now?
They don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test. First up, Adam and Jamie are in for a blast.
A few months ago, we put a challenge to the fans. We said if they found an internet viral video that they wanted us to test, they could head over to the MythBusters channel on YouTube and put the challenge to us. And I have to say, the response has been overwhelming. We've been inundated with suggestions.
Although some of them have been kind of weird. I mean, there was this one guy that insists that those vapor trails left by jets are actually toxic chemicals put there by the government.
Yeah, and some of them were totally impossible to test, like cold fusion.
Yeah, but some of the suggestions were right up our alley.
Like what?
Well, our fire-loving fans want us to start with a bang.
Give me more.
Well, this guy sent us this video of a bucket, and it has a bunch of matches in it. He lights it, it makes a big fireball.
That's perfect.
What's up, MythBusters? I was looking on YouTube and I found a video where some guys got 30,000 match heads and they put them all together and they made this great big fireball. And I thought you guys could test it out, see if you can really do that with matches.
According to the video, the backyard blast was made using a tin bucket, 30,000 match heads, and one slow-burning fuse. But fans want to know, did match heads alone create this intense inferno?
The video says that they used 30,000 match heads. Now, that's going to take a while.
Yep, there's nothing to do though but get started.
Okay.
Instead of wooden matches, Adam and Jamie are slicing and dicing paper matchbooks.
Judging by that bucket, I'd say I've only got a drop in the bucket.
But what's key is the match heads themselves. All match heads use a potent chemical, potassium chlorate. So potent it's found in gunpowder and was widely used in early explosives. But is it potent enough to create the fireball of the fable? Well, feeling frisky after a full 10-hour day of match decapitation, the MythBusters are itching to find out.
The YouTube submission that we are replicating here today is a fan who supposedly spent hours cutting the heads off 30,000 matches, dumped them into a steel bucket, put that steel bucket in his backyard, put a little bit of fuse to it, lit it, and the thing went whoosh like that. That looks good enough to try. And instead of doing it in our backyard, well, we're going to do it in one of our favorite locations, almost our second shop, the Alameda County Sheriff's Bombing Range.
The bomb range may seem like overkill, but it's better to be safe than scorched.
30,000 match heads.
Yeah.
Now, has anyone got a light?
This right here is slow-burning cannon fuse. It seems to be what they're using in the video. It burns at about 1 foot every 30 seconds. And we just happen to have some around the shop.
While Adam gets in touch with his inner pyro, Jamie explores the burning issue of match safety.
You've got potassium chlorate, which is the fuel, and then you have phosphorus, which is what makes it sensitive enough to ignite. Now, in the strike anywheres, that phosphorus is on the white tip right here. And so you can strike it anywhere the two chemicals combine and you've got a fire. In the safety matches, though, the phosphorus is in the striker pad right there, and the potassium chlorate is in the match. You combine the two and they both go off. Now, we're going to be using safety matches for our experiment because, well, they're safer.
Safer, except when you strike 30,000 at once. But is this mayhem just about matches, or did other accelerants fan the flame?
Will these behave the way they did in the YouTube clip? Well, that's 20. We're going to be igniting 30,000. Will they create a flame 8 or 10 feet high? Only one way to find out. I love it when common materials are dangerous. Go ahead and light it.
I like using the fuse more than almost anything else. So much anticipation.
The fuse burns at 2 feet per minute. So 4 feet and 2 minutes of anticipation later.
Wow! Oh, nice!
That was cool.
That was pretty good.
It's a sparktacular result. A 10 feet tall Roman candle. Burn for burn, it's the same as the blast in the YouTube video. The high-speed camera confirms it. It's a match, give or take 30,000.
That is about the correct height for what it showed in YouTube.
Oh, yes, look at that. Wow. I thought we were looking for 8 or 9 foot plume of hot fire, and that's exactly what we got. Based on this, I think that YouTube video is 100% correct, accurate, and true.
In other words, it's myth confirmed. But before you can say, don't try this at home, Adam and Jamie are already hatching a more powerful pyrotechnic plan.
Hey, you know we can't leave it there.
Oh, I know.
But now, Carrie, Grant, and Tori are going to keep things rolling.
Okay, so what have we got?
Okay, so this next one is one of the most requested viral videos, and it's amazingly large. And by amazingly large, I mean ridiculous.
All right, spit it out.
All right, it's a viral video that involves a giant ball of Lego rolling down the streets of San Francisco.
I've seen that one.
Yes, along with 2 million other people, but for those who haven't, it involves these guys who built this 7-foot diameter, giant, chunky ball of Lego, apparently made out of 5 million pieces.
They roll it down the hill Indiana Jones style. It stays completely intact, gains speed, hits a car, and does no damage.
All right, so the fans want us to test if this is real or a bunch of Lego lies.
Exactly.
This Indiana Jones Lego boulder was in the top 3 most requested videos for this YouTube special. Fans want to know if a giant ball of bricks will really roll down a road like this.
And then maybe hit a car.
Well, Carrie, Grant, and Tori think there may be a few pieces missing to this myth.
You think they're loaded?
You know, it's hard to tell whether or not this ball is real by just looking at the video.
Yeah, actually, most of our fans think it's fake, but I think we can actually test this on 3 parameters. Number 1, would a ball that size contain 5 million Lego, just like the video says? Number 2, could you roll it around that easily, or would it be too heavy? And number 3, would it react the way it did in the video, you know, rolling down the hill and hitting the car?
Yeah, and I think that last point is the most interesting because watching the video, hardly any pieces of Lego come off the ball as it's rolling down the hill, and after it hits the car, it does hardly any damage.
Yeah, the fans seem to think that it's a lightweight core of some sort with Lego on the outside, but a solid sphere of Lego that size would cause a lot more damage and could be lethal.
Okay, first up, I think we need to talk to some experts.
What, are we gonna go find some 8-year-olds?
No, I think we need to go to Legoland.
Legoland? Let's go!
Brilliant.
So they need answers to 3 questions. Do you really need 5 million bricks to make a 7-foot ball? Could you really roll it so easily? And would a collision with a car really cause no carnage? But before all that, their first task is to find out how to even build a 7-foot Lego sphere in the first place. And it looks like they've come to the right place.
Legos aren't the only things they have here. They also have rides. Let's go! Yes, I'm really starting to understand Lego.
Eventually, the team stopped monkeying around and tracked down master model designer Gary McIntyre.
So is building a sphere as easy as it sounds?
I mean, to do a Lego sphere is pretty much just a series of circles working on 3 dimensions, right? So you're gonna want to maintain circles going on the X, Y, and Z axis all at the same time and that will pretty much make a sphere. Simple.
And they thought Lego was child's play. It's clear the team needs Gary's help.
How would you feel about coming back and helping us build this ball?
That sounds like fun.
Yeah!
To get the ball rolling, the team first begs and borrows every spare brick across the country, cleaning out Lego and Legoland.
It is the strategic North American Lego supply.
Yeah!
You guys are losing your minds.
Maybe.
But in doing so, they've only come up with 500,000 bricks, still over 4 million short. Have the guys bitten off more than they can chew?
Had too many Legos for dinner last night.
It's the MythBusters YouTube special, and it's time to turn up the heat.
I think I know what's coming up. Give me a hint.
Well, you know when you burn rubber on a car?
Yeah.
Makes a lot of smoke, right? They say where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what this next myth is about.
The YouTube posting that posits if you spin a car tire fast enough and for long enough, it'll actually catch fire.
You bet. Check this video out.
Okay.
Dear MythBusters, I want to know, can you ever spin a car's wheels so fast that the tires catch fire? Please test this.
The special effects won't win an Oscar, but it's clear what this web rev head wants.
The video looks a little dodgy to me, but I like the idea. How do you want to test it?
I can't see that it gets much simpler than this one. We get a nice powerful car and a bunch of tires, secure the brakes in the car so it doesn't get out of control, some temperature monitoring equipment for seeing how hot it's getting, and we spin and burn those tires until we get some fire.
I like it.
I thought you would.
Cavemen first used friction to make fire, but can the same thing happen when rubber meets the road? Well, to find out, the guys have found a muscle car with enough grunt to spin the tires fast enough to maybe burn rubber. And it's all going down at the local police training center.
Well, this myth is pretty simple. The myth is that if you're doing a tire burnout, i.e. screeching your tires on the pavement, that you can get them going fast enough that they will burst into flames. I think the testing for this is pretty straightforward.
First up, pedal to the metal Heinemann wants to put the car through its paces. He's heard the officers here are fond of donuts.
He disappeared in a cloud of smoke.
With all this smoke, it's clear that the car's got the grunt that this myth needs.
It looks like a nice car. In fact, it's a lot nicer than it looks. In there is a race-prepped V8 that's running at about 375 horsepower. This is one of the most powerful cars we've ever been allowed to abuse. We're going to enjoy the moment. Strange man with mustache passed this way. 5 minutes ago.
The plan for testing is to keep the car stationary.
I'm gonna goose the front up just a little bit.
Then they'll rev the engine until they get a tire of fire or the car cracks up. As plans go, it's pretty simple. But Adam and Jamie are following that old MythBusters adage. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing.
That ought to do it if it's gonna work at all.
I'll explain our rig. This, our test car, has a super powerful engine, and it's only gonna be spinning this tire. We've got no tire on the other side and a jack stand. The front 2 wheels are off the ground, lifted by the forklift, and strapped in so that even when this thing is going full bore, the car can't get out of control. Jamie's built an exhaust system to vent smoke and flames away from the tire when it's going. We'll be behind the blast chamber section in case bits start flying off. First up, just spin the tire and see what happens.
A ruptured fuel line or spark could indeed start a fire. But how about just friction alone? Well, Jamie, for one, has got his doubts.
Personally, I'm guessing that we'll disintegrate the tire before we get there, but that's what we're here to find out.
All right, were you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's turn on the scrubbers, get behind the wheel, wait for my signal, and we'll start the first test.
Got it. We're looking to create a fire here. Now, for a fire, we need 3 things. We need a fuel, which in this case is the tire. We need a source of oxygen, which is the air around us. But for the ignition, we are going to be using the heat generated by the friction between the tire and the road surface. The question is, can we get that tire hot enough to create that source of ignition, and it's got to be really hot.
And really hot, in this case, is 300 degrees Celsius, the ignition point of rubber.
This is spinning tire fire. Tire with no modifications. Go!
Jamie redlines the engine for over a minute. But there's no sign of flame. And with the car at full tilt, the question is what will blow first, the tire or the engine?
Oh! Stop!
And there's your answer.
Shut it down, Denny.
Jamie's prediction was right on the rubber. The high-speed camera reveals how the tire burst before it could ignite. And what's left is way below flash point.
It's not hot. The thing is not hot. I mean, the tread failed, and what was underneath wasn't very hot at all.
So for test one, where there's smoke, there's fire, couldn't have been more wrong. But rest assured, the MythBusters aren't giving up without a fight.
I think you might need some of our fireman's oxygen, though. How you feeling?
Yeah, I want to close the windows this time.
In the MythBusters all-viral special, Tori's about to get down and dirty.
The next myth we're gonna test comes from the YouTube viewer challenge, and it's the #1 myth that people wanna see tested. And it's making a speaker out of nothing but paper plates, tin foil, and a shiny penny, and a mini jack.
It's the video you most wanted us to test. Household Hackers high-def speakers.
Go ahead and wrap your aluminum foil over the convex side of your paper plate.
The idea is the foil vibrates, creating sound, just like a normal speaker cone.
You're going to place the penny somewhere towards the center of the plate.
But will it vibrate enough to send sound waves rippling through the air?
Now, Household Hacker says take a regular paper plate and cover it with some aluminum foil. He says that this traps the air and gives you that reverberation effect that you're looking for. Okay, now you take a shiny penny, not a corroded one. You want a shiny one because it'll be less resistant. You stick the shiny penny in the center of the plate, like that. Then you take your mini jack. He says you tape them to the penny onto the foil. And there you have your high-def speaker. Well, apparently. But I'm not just gonna stop at one. I'm gonna make a 13.2 surround sound system. If these work, this is gonna be insane.
Oh yeah, a 13 paper plate speaker surround sound system. Clearly, Tori's a big ideas man.
You know, if these work, I might be able to retire early.
But even before he busts a move, Tori's already busted the cost of this myth.
Now, the claim is that these speakers cost less than $1 to make. Now, I call internet bullcrap because these mini jacks cost $10 each. So right there, you've already blown your budget. So if he's lying about that, my feeling on whether they're working, he's probably not telling the truth on that part either.
So is there much truth to this tinfoil tale? Well, Tori's picked a funky little number to put it to the test. The CD player is connected to the speakers via mini jack routers. All Tori needs now is a guinea pig. Or should that be rock pig?
What's supposed to happen here?
You're about to get your mind filled with amazing quality sound from tinfoil covered plates.
Now, play that funky music, white boy.
Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, yeah! I don't understand. I don't hear anything.
What's supposed to be happening?
It's supposed to be amazing music coming out of my speakers. Son of a... That's $150 down the tube.
But Carrie's had a rockin' idea. Maybe there's not enough power to drive all 13 speakers at once.
Maybe all these speakers in parallel are lowering the impedance. Maybe that's your problem.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Maybe I'll just try hooking up one.
Tori connects the CD player to one speaker, just like Household Hacker did. And maybe like he should have in the first place.
One aluminum foil speaker test. Here we go. You ready?
It's the golden sound of silence again.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of money being thrown away. All right, this isn't working.
No.
Sounds like a paper plate speaker for less than $1 really is just too good to be true.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sure you are.
This myth is busted, along with Tori's speakers. The MythBusters YouTube special's been packing heat with the 30,000 match head fireball. Adam and Jamie confirmed the myth, but their viral fan has an even hotter idea.
I thought you guys could test it out, see if you can really do that with matches. And if it's true, maybe you can get together like 1 million matches or something. See what happens then, that would be cool.
Okay, but cutting 1 million matches is a big job.
All right, first of all, thank you guys for coming to help out.
Which means the MythBusters sweatshop is open for business.
1 million match heads is what we've got to assemble. Even at 50,000 per case, that's still 20 cases of matchbooks we've got to peel, cut, and assemble. So we called everyone we could. We've got a 12-person assembly line going. We've got 250,000 match heads so far. I'm feeling pretty good about hitting 1 million by the end of the day.
1 million match heads is mind-bogglingly massive and a MythBusters first. They've never made or tested 1 million of anything before now. And while that doesn't stop it from being a long, tedious, exhausting day, after 12 hours of cutting, and more cutting, it's game, set, and matches.
And I thought you'd be interested in seeing, just for show, what is left over when you cut up 1 million match heads.
While all that debris will be recycled, the 1 million match heads have gone on a one-way trip to the bomb range.
1 million match heads.
Let's go get them.
Instead of a 1-gallon bucket, they need a 44-gallon drum to hold all the match heads. For added shock and awe, they're burning them at night with the help of bomb tech JD.
What now?
1 million match heads.
1 million?
1 million.
You guys have way too much time on your hands.
And having too much time on their hands is something Adam and Jamie do best.
We caught sight of a nocturnal Heinemann foraging. He seems to be gathering sticks. It's unknown for what, because so little is known about this elusive animal.
Is he doing his David Attenborough thing again?
Ham actor Adam sure is excited by tonight's fireworks.
Seriously, 1 million match heads. 30,000 was fine, don't get me wrong. But we went ahead and cut 1 million. And now we're gonna get to see these puppies burn. Can you imagine if this went off while we were here?
If it does go off, it's time to de-ass the area with the quickness.
De-ass the area? I like that.
That's my new favorite phrase.
A quick de-assing plan could come in handy. This crazy request is 33 times larger than the original match blast, but Jamie thinks it could be even bigger.
There are times when we're dealing with explosives and other energetic materials that scale isn't linear. In other words, we can get something like a thermal runaway, and we get a lot more boom than we planned on because things kind of escalate out of control. Could happen.
And when out of control is on the agenda, Adam can't help but laugh like a maniac.
Oh, wow. What is 1 million match heads gonna look like? A lot more than 1 million times that, I swear. I feel like it's gonna be like a giant freaking flashbulb.
To prove Adam's pyro prediction, they still need one final ingredient.
Anybody got a match?
You guys ready? Shall we do this?
I'm ready. You ready, JD?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right.
A million match blast has never been attempted. It's unknown, highly explosive territory. So Adam uses a longer fuse for added safety.
Lights out. This is one of the coolest things we've done.
Or possibly the stupidest. But now there's no turning back.
Here we go.
Yeah!
That was awesome! That was exactly like the small one, only bigger.
Lots bigger.
I saw match heads like salt and pepper in the flame ball.
It just kept getting brighter and brighter and brighter and larger.
It's a massive fireball, at least 50 feet high. The high-speed camera reveals the rapid acceleration of the burn. 1 million matches went up in smoke as quickly as 30,000.
It's like a rocket engine.
A giant blowtorch. Even Jamie giggled, and I think that's a testament to just how thrilling it was to watch it happen in front of us.
Which brings us to the disclaimer.
Say it with me. Do not try this at home. If I find out that any of you tried this at home, I'll personally come to your house and kick your butt. You got that?
Seriously, there's no need to try this at home because we've done it for you.
And they say you shouldn't play with matches.
It's a YouTube classic, a giant boulder of Lego rolling through San Francisco. But is this video the real deal or just Lego larceny? To find out, Grant, Tori, and Carrie have scoured North America for enough Lego to build a 7-foot ball of bricks.
It is the strategic North American Lego supply.
But Carrie thinks something doesn't quite add up with this myth.
Now, in the YouTube Lego ball video, they claim to use 5 million Lego blocks. We've cleared out North America of all of the excess Lego, and we've come up with a little over 500,000. I have some serious doubts that they were able to come up with a whole 5 million for their video.
While Carrie has her doubts about the number of blocks, Grant wants to find out what a 5 million brick ball would weigh.
So that's pound. Now, to find out how many are in a pound. 88 pieces.
By seeing how many bricks make up a pound, it'll be grade school math to calculate the weight of 5 million.
So that is 160 bricks per pound?
Meaning that a 5 million brick ball would weigh a car-crushing 10 tons. Yet despite being rolled down a steep hill, the YouTube ball didn't bend a fender. That makes the 5 million brick boast seem a little unlikely, but they won't know for sure until they build their own. So they've enrolled in Gary's Lego Ball Building 101.
What we're gonna do is build these giant bricks out of these little bricks. And then each one of these giant bricks is gonna be one of these in this entire prototype here.
Oh my God, that's huge!
That's a lot of bricks.
It sure is. First, hundreds of Lego pieces must be built into a giant block. This is then snapped together with 3,599 other giant blocks until, hey presto, a gigantic, chunky 7-foot ball.
This is a pattern for what every layer should look like as we build each brick.
Did anybody else think this was going to be a lot simpler when we started out?
Seems pretty complicated. I got it.
A lot of work.
A lot of work may be the understatement of the year, but every journey starts with the first step, or snap.
Man, you're like a machine.
Yes, I'm no stranger to the brick.
It's early days in the Lego lineup, but it seems that Grant's the man.
It's time to go into turbo mode now.
You could say he puts the go into Lego.
Should have spent more time in kindergarten.
And they soon realize they need a hand to build their bricks.
We need to make 3,600 of these bricks, but these bricks are made up of over 100 bricks, and it's taking about 10 minutes per brick to make these. Now, Cary Grant and I can make them ourselves, but that would take forever. So we brought in some help.
All right, you guys, 3,600! Yeah! You in the green coat, let's talk more work.
Meanwhile, things are reaching breakneck speed in the test to see whether a spinning car tire can ever catch fire. Adam and Jamie's first test was a fizzer because the tire burst and didn't ignite. Or so they thought.
Look at that. It may have taken 35 minutes, but we got some burning rubber. Hey, Jamie.
It's a sizzling surprise. Remarkably, the powdered rubber shed by the tire has ignited half an hour after the test.
That sucker's gotten hot in the last half hour.
The flames fuel Adam's optimism.
What we saw in this tire dust after Jamie burned the rubber was smoldering smoke. That was small particles of this acting kind of like coals in a barbecue. They were being converted to smoke by heat. And enough of them propagated that while we were eating lunch, the thing caught on fire. To me, that means that the elements for tire ignition are here. They're just maybe not all in the right place at the right time for us.
If they can find a way to ignite the rubber while it's on the tire, then maybe this myth is more fact than friction.
So we did get the tire burned. It just took a little longer than we thought, like about an hour.
Exactly. We just have to shorten that timestamp, and I think we're good. Let's put it out.
And Adam's got an idea to shorten that time span on their next spin.
We get the tire spinning up really fast, we got some really hot temperatures, and then we add sparks, which could happen if a piece of equipment's dragging from the bottom of the car. Maybe that is going to get us the ignition we're looking for.
Right Spark Adam has rigged an angle grinder to a sheet of metal to get more sparks than the 4th of July.
We'll do that for about 45 or 55 seconds.
Once more, Jamie climbs into the hot seat, this time with an oxygen mask.
All right, dude, you're good to go. I'll start the sparks once you start to burn. Yeah, we got sparks going. It's like we're being transported to a mystical land.
2 minutes and the tire hasn't blown. Jamie floors the V8 once more.
All right, he's really meaning it now. Oh, there we go.
The tire is totally total. But even with sparks, once again, no fire. This myth is looking more than a little rubbery. So for a final test, they'll throw everything at the tire.
We tried the regular old tire, we tried tire plus sparks, and we still have not got a burning tire. I think you'd agree with me that it's time to add some fossil fuels, and that's what's hanging in that bag over there, which leads to a tube and a stopcock and goes all the way under the car to an outlet right here. Gas, fumes, and sparks. If this doesn't get the tire burning, it's just not gonna happen.
It's an old MythBusters standby. When in doubt, add accelerant.
All right, gas plus sparks. I'm gonna start the gasoline. Go! This blast chamber is great for debris, not so great for smoke.
After 90 seconds, no flames, but plenty of smoke.
We've got gasoline pouring on the tire while it's spinning and sparks shooting on the gasoline-soaked tire. I still don't think we're getting burning rubber.
Gas fumes and sparks should be an explosive mix. Something here doesn't add up.
I think that's about it. Jamie, are you all right?
I'm all
right. He's all right. He's breathing oxygen. How was that for you?
Seemed like it took forever. Did we get any kind of fire?
We didn't get any kind of fire. We had sparks shooting right on the gasoline, and the smoke was everywhere. We gave it every kind of bad situation a car could find itself in. Accelerants on the ground, sparks shooting, tires spinning until it burst, and we didn't get a burning tire.
And Jamie's got a theory as to why.
It seems to me that the wind coming off of the tire as it was spinning was keeping the gasoline from igniting.
Yeah, totally.
Turns out that the turbulence caused by the spinning prevented any sort of ignition, meaning that the tire effectively has its own fire prevention system. And that means it's time to retire this myth for good.
Well, I guess this means it's busted.
That's totally busted.
Grant, Tori, and Carrie are up to their arms in Lego, testing whether this YouTube video is really real. They've employed a Lego army to build 3,600 super blocks to make the ball. But with half the ball complete, they're running out of their 500,000 tiny pieces. And that busts the first part of the myth right there. They won't need anything like the 5 million bricks the video claimed were used to build the ball. But they will need another 500,000 to finish it. So Carrie goes looking for a Lego loan.
We hear you have the largest private collection of Lego in the entire world. Now, why is that?
Well, I am an artist who works with Lego bricks. I am a brick artist.
Nathan Sawaya is one of the world's leading Lego artists, found in galleries and museums worldwide. And Carrie hopes he has the odd brick or two to spare.
Would you be willing to lend us enough to finish off this crazy ball?
I would be more than happy. I'm happy to send out about 500,000. Should that do it?
So you just have 500,000 you can just flow our way?
Well, here and there.
And that pretty much flattens part 2 of the Lego ball myth. At 3,000 pounds, pushing this ball might be a tougher chore than the video depicts. Now all 1 million bricks are transformed into 3,600 super blocks, so the ball itself can be built for the final Lego versus car test.
On each of the little bricks on here is one of the big bricks on there. And we're just gonna put it all together right here on the floor.
All right, I guess it's Lego time. Let's get the ball rolling.
The final stage begins, layering the blocks to build the ball from the ground up. That's if they can follow Gary's plan.
This layer here is this layer, and this layer is that layer. Maybe you should put the middle pieces on.
After 2 whole days, the last big brick is hammered into place.
Last brick.
All in all, it's just another brick in the ball. But it's the final one, after one of the longest builds in the hallowed history of MythBustery.
We're done!
The labor involved in building this ball was intense. We had an army of volunteers. All of us worked around the clock for 2 weeks. It was just one of the biggest builds that we've ever had, and it was just little Lego bricks. Can't imagine that the few people we saw in the video actually spent the time to build a Lego ball like this.
And now they've done the time, it's time to do the crime.
All right, well, that leaves rolling the ball down the hill. We need to see if it's gonna do the same damage, if any, when it smashes into that car.
Yeah, but there's a problem.
What's that?
Well, I know that the video was filmed in San Francisco. We can't get permission to just roll it down a neighborhood street. It's way too dangerous.
All that work for nothing?
No, actually, we have a backup plan. You know the paved road up to the Alameda bomb range? It's the same grade as the one in the video, and it gives us plenty of run to do the test.
Perfect. So all we need to do is get a car, put it at the bottom, roll our Lego ball, and see what happens.
Let's get smashing.
Giant Lego ball, here it comes.
It's a delicate operation, but eventually the ball rolls up at the roll down.
Oh, just a few casualties. It mostly made it.
Keep coming, you're almost there, and...
This looks like the perfect place for a giant game of 10-pin.
Okay, so here's our setup. We are on an incline, roughly matching the one in the viral video. We have our ball at the top. To guide the ball down to its target, which is in fact a real car, we have barriers set up on either side.
Let's chalk it up so it doesn't go rolling down the hill.
Before they can let go, the team review the myth piece by plastic piece.
So there are 3 parts to this myth. First, that a ball of this size required 5 million pieces. That one's busted. We only used 1 million pieces to get to a ball this size.
The second part of the myth is that this ball is easily moved around, but there's no way that's possible. This ball weighs 3,000 pounds, so that part of the myth is busted.
And the third part of the myth is that the ball rolls down the hill and bounces off a car. Will that be busted or confirmed? We're about to see.
And after putting in so many hours and so much hard work to build their big rainbow-colored ball, the team is hoping for a big finale. Grant's got a perilous prediction for a fantastic plastic car-crushing ball of doom.
I predict we're going to see some major carnage. The ball is going to roll down there, chunk, 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 pieces flying off everywhere, and ba-boom! It's going to hit the car at the bottom and cause mayhem.
It's only 3,000 pounds.
Okay, we're clear. We're ready to roll.
Oh no! I can't believe it!
My heart's racing. You ready?
All right,
This is
ready?
insane.
1, 2, 3.
It's a good start as the ball makes a beeline for the car. But then... 2 weeks and nearly 1,000 man-hours to put 1,000,000 bricks together and just 10 seconds to tear them apart.
Didn't even make it to the car! Yeah! Clean up on aisle 5!
The high-speed camera reveals a huge vertical split busted the ball wide open, along with the third and final part of the Lego ball myth. It's strike 3 for this story.
This is the last thing I expected to happen. I mean, I thought I was going to roll down and actually destroy the car. I never thought in a million years that it would just bust up into 1,000,000 pieces.
From the totally different results, it's most likely the guys in the YouTube video did some trickery with their brickery, gluing their Lego onto a large, lightweight ball. It means this myth is also broken into 1,000,000 tiny pieces.
We didn't even get halfway down the run, and all of a sudden it just went... It completely filled to pieces. This one is completely busted.
There's been a lot of monkeying around with matches by our MythBusters. Jamie and Adam have applied heat to the YouTube Match Blast myth. They confirmed that 30,000 match heads are a blast. But then, at the request of a fan, they increased the inferno to 1,000,000.
That was awesome!
So, what's left to prove?
You know what I like about doing this show is that we actually get to do stuff like light up 1,000,000 match heads. When the hell is that ever going to happen again? And yet I have to admit, somehow I just don't feel like it's enough.
Well, you know, I was thinking about that, and what if we actually made the matches do work? Like, say we put them in a cannon and fired a cannonball with them, instead of just blowing something up.
I love it. Let's do it.
A cannon powered by match heads?
I got your cannon right here.
Oh, how about an old welding cylinder powered by matches?
As is our way on MythBusters, we're using tools and materials in ways for which they were never intended. This right here is a K-sized gas cylinder, but soon it's going to be a cannon.
Now may be a good time to say, don't try this at home. Leave it to the experts.
It's like a smoking gun.
The plan is to make a muzzle-loading cannon, pack it with 60,000 matches, and see if that explosive energy can launch a cannonball. Or should that be launch a bowling ball? Because our hard-to-impress Heineman is ready to get loaded.
I'm done.
You think it'll fit?
It's going to be close.
First, the 6-pound bowling ball needs a close shave.
Totally doesn't fit.
While Jamie sands his big orange ball, Adam gives the former gas tank a steel girdle and a set of wheels.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, a few more welds.
Welded and ready for duty.
Well, that's a cannon.
And there's a cannonball.
Then it's back to the bomb range to see if 60,000 matches pack enough punch to send a 6-pound ball into the air.
It's just another lovely day at the bomb range. Birds are singing, rabbits are hopping about, and soon there's going to be a big explosion.
Gonna aim right there.
With a bowling ball as the projectile, the boys have picked the perfect target.
Well, what else are we gonna shoot at with a cannon that fires a bowling ball? Of course we're gonna shoot at bowling pins.
You're about a bowling pin to the right, so swing it to the left of that's it.
Let's load.
Okay.
With the target ready, the cannon's primed with 60,000 match heads, one recycled grocery bag, some cannon fuse, and Jamie's favorite ingredient.
Can't have too much lard.
Lard should ensure a smooth exit out of the cannon.
All right, bowling ball is properly larded.
And this means they're ready to fire, though they're not sure what will happen when they do.
There we go. There's nothing right about this setup. Everything is wrong. Our cannon here is actually a modified K-size argon cylinder. Our cannon ball is actually a modified 6-pound bowling ball. Our propellant is actually modified books of matches, just the heads. There are so many variables, we don't know what's going to happen, but that's where a safe distance and the blast chamber panels come into play.
Okay, I'm gonna light it and come around and make room for me over there, all right?
Will do.
I love cannon fuse.
I know, totally.
You can see what it's doing.
Yeah.
It sort of builds anticipation.
Adam's confidence grows as the fuse shortens.
You know, personally, I think this is actually going to work. Bowling ball's going to come flying out of there and knock down all those pins.
It'll probably break the bowling ball because it's going so fast, though. It's amazing. It's just match heads.
I know. Ah, jeez, dude, that's awful.
Okay, now it's inside.
All right.
Where'd the bowling ball go?
I don't know.
Shot over the pin.
Really? We missed the pins.
It's a humongous blast. The cannon went great guns, hurling the bowling ball over the pins, over the fence, and up over the hill.
We got to go look for it.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
The team search high and low, but despite it being day-glow orange, no one can see any sign of the ball until...
there it is.
Right there, straight ahead.
They find it.
Oh! It's got a big crack in it, but it's perfectly intact.
I swear, aside from missing our pins, that's a very viable impromptu cannon.
Yeah, I mean, that would have killed you if you'd been in front of it, or a bunch of people, actually.
This is becoming an area of expertise of ours.
It's still intact.
Oh, I'd bowl with it.
The 6-pound ball traveled 1,500 feet uphill.
1,500 feet uphill? That's like 3,000 feet normal.
With matches.
With matches. That is a lot of power. Nicely done. Thanks, GD. Awesome.
Lard.
The high-speed camera reveals a fiery blast and recoil that's as good as or better than if they'd used gunpowder. Not only have they confirmed the original myth, but the million-match blast and the match cannon prove the explosive power of the chemicals contained in household matches.
That was great. It was, you know, one of those things I had no idea that would actually work.
Yeah. Well, we proved the video was true and we topped it. You can't ask for more than that.